Our area's most beautiful properties deserve the finest realtors. Meeks Realty Group. We focus on buying and selling residential and commercial properties throughout the tri-state area. Contact Meeks Realty Group online at meeks.us or call 304-440-1101.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, a good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the show. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Ruth Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live comes to you from the Parmar Store Studio. Parmar, the Written Family Foundation, best price and fair price again, offering the Parmar Store's scholarships available to any high school, senior, or undergraduate student from West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, or Kentucky who is enrolled in a college, university, trade school, technical program of some type. Applications and details available at parmarstores.com under the community tab. Application deadline is April 30th. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you by Thornhill Auto Group, including Thornhill Toyota, where the Toyota National Sales Event continues. Come check out the 2024 Camry, the Corolla, the all-new Crown, or the new 2024 RAV4 Highlander Gas. Where qualified buyers can get 3.99% APR financing for up to 60 months. See Thornhill for all the details. Visit on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville, or online thornhilltoyotawv.com. Toyota, let's go places. Coming up a little bit later on the show, it is opening day for the home show over at the Coliseum and Convention Center. A couple of folks from that are going to join us to talk about all things home show. Plus, a little bit later on in the show, our good buddy Evan Osborn from Capital Market is going to be stopping by. Later on at the end of the show, if I get a chance to get into it, I want to talk about the storm cleanup as the damage assessments are now continuing. Now there are reports and I'll have to get verification on this. We've talked about where the tornadoes actually hit. We know about the one in Hyco in southern West Virginia, but there's also reports now that one may have been confirmed for Cross Lanes that hit on those storms on Tuesday. So we'll get into that coming up a little bit later on. Plus, your calls and texts are always welcome. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Ruth Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Let's welcome in Hannah Gardner from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with this week's Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Hannah, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for being here. Before we get to our pet of the week, I want to talk about the cleanup there at the shelter, how it's going since the U-Haul tried to make it a drive-through about a week and a half ago. How's the cleanup on that end going?
I believe that all of the rubble and everything is pretty much cleaned up. It's just kind of a waiting game to figure out like what our next steps are. Last I heard was that it was worse than what we expected it to be. So we're getting contractors to come out and look at it and stuff like that. And I haven't heard any updates since. So I will be able to let you know probably next week what we hear. Okay.
And I do know that coming out of the Kanawha County Commission meeting last night that they allocated $15,000 to help you guys out. So that's certainly good news on there. And did you guys get any storm damage up there on the storms on Tuesday?
No, we didn't get anything. I was there the day that it all happened, and it was pretty much just really heavy winds, really heavy rain where we were. We didn't really get any kind of damage or anything like that to the shelter, any more than what was already.
It didn't add insult to injury. So at this point, as far as the cleanup goes from the U-Haul incident up there, what do you still need from the public at this point as far as that goes?
So, of course, we need all of our usual things for the animals and stuff. I think that's still a big priority for all the people that have all of our animals in foster homes. Of course, we could always use things to help clean up and tidy up the shelter, kind of basic cleaning items, just so that way we can get everything prepared for whenever all of the construction and stuff does start to happen. But as of now, it's really just our usual donations on our wish list and things like that, which you can check out under the wish list section on adoptcharleston.com. So if you do have any questions or anything like that, you can always call us. We're still at the shelter. We're still working. We do have, I believe, like 22 dogs on site right now. But we don't have any cats or puppies right now. So we still have those. If you're wanting to volunteer, you can come walk some dogs. You can help us clean a little bit each day. But as of volunteering, that's pretty much the biggest things that we have right now. Pretty much the only things that we have right now. So, those, I would say those are important.
Well, and there's always so many ways that you can help out the shelter other than just adopting. We want to encourage people to do that. But sometimes, as you and I talk about every week, Hannah, it's not always possible for people. They live in a smaller quarters or maybe they've got other animals. There are ways to get involved to help out these animals that don't necessarily involve being a foster or adopting one. But we do want to get one particular one adopted, and that is Indi. Indi is our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. As always, picture posted to Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and the Dave Allen Show on X. Tell us about Indi.
All right. Well, Indi is a female. She's a very, very sweet girl. She's about 1 year old, I believe. And she's kind of sitting around 60, 64 pounds, I believe, is what she's kind of in the range of. She was in a foster home for a little bit, and the foster let us know all great things. She had 2 female dogs of her own, and she said that all 3 of them got along great. They were playful. They slept together. They were just great. And that she only had 1 accident in the house, and that was, I believe, she said the first day she got there. So, to be expected.
Okay.
But as the rest of the time she was there, she would go outside. She seemed to be housebroken, which is always good news, always great to hear. But other than that, she definitely didn't show any signs of any kind of resourcing with toys or food or anything like that. But she's not fixed yet, but she will be whenever we get her on the schedule for whoever wants to adopt her. We should be able to get her rather in quickly. So definitely come up, look at her. You can take her for a walk. You could even foster her yourself if you wanted to for a few days. If you weren't quite ready to make the commitment, if you wanted to see how she did maybe with your own dog. At the shelter, she's great with other playful dogs. We haven't had any issues with really males or females with her. So she's really just an all-around good dog. She seems to just be like a good family dog. She's been good with kids as well. But we always advise caution, even if they're the sweetest dog with kids. You never want to have any accidents happen when you leave the room unknowingly. So definitely always keep an eye on the first handful of months until, you kind of get to know the dog a little bit more, and you get to teach your kids how to respect the boundaries of a dog too. But other than that, she definitely needs a home. She's ready for a yard to play in, a couch to lay on, and we definitely want to see her go out.
Well, she is an absolutely beautiful dog. Any idea what kind of dog she is?
Oh, goodness. No, I couldn't tell you. She's a good mixture of stuff. I mean, she could have shepherd in her. She could have pity in her. She could have quite a few different things in her. She's got that terrier spunk to her a little bit, so I'm not sure.
Well, she's a beautiful dog, and she's about 61 pounds right now, so you need to probably keep that in mind. That's kind of on the larger side, is it not?
Yeah, I would consider her to be a large dog. She's more so thick than she is, like, really big, but she's definitely a larger dog.
Yeah, well, she's a absolutely beautiful dog, and again, again, we always say that there are exceptions. There could be, but would be a perfect family pet, as you said. Indi seems to get along with other dogs. When she was in foster home, she did fine with the other dogs. She is housebroken, walks well on a leash, seems to be good with kids. Not spayed yet, but will be. An absolutely beautiful dog, would be a great addition to your home. Before we let you go, I know that on your social media, by the way, if you don't follow the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association on social media, make sure that you do. You did a virtual tour posted on your Facebook page, and I was looking at that last night. I like that idea, Hannah, because it gives you more than just pictures of the animal. You can actually see them in action, so to speak.
Yeah, we try to do one of those every week. I believe Angie or Sarah, and sometimes Julie is the one who does the virtual visits. They're really, really helpful, so you can always tune in to those, and you can ask questions while you're on the virtual visit. We try to answer them as we see them. If we don't see them, we will answer them after the virtual visit, so don't feel like we're not going to answer you. We will. But definitely tune into those. We let you know everything that's going on. We let you know how many dogs we have, what dogs we have, what's going on with just everything. So they're definitely very informational, very helpful.
Yeah, indeed. I always like to check those out. And I know I mentioned about the Kanawha County Commission helping out with the situation up there, but there have been so many others that have done. I saw that Papa John's, for example, was one that was getting involved. There's so many businesses that have been helping you guys with the cleanup following that U-Haul incident from a week and a half or so ago.
Yeah, we've had quite a lot of different businesses. We've had little golf tournaments raise money for us. We've had a lot of support and a lot of dedication from people who just love the shelter, want to help the shelter, for the animals, for the staff, for whatever reason it may be. It's definitely a very, very beautiful thing to see where all of West Virginia to help out, even other states. Yeah,
but I do want to bring this up to you. Anytime that we have the severe weather like we had in West Virginia on Tuesday here with the flooding and the high winds, whatever, sometimes you hear these stories about animals being displaced, or animals get spooked and they just run off somewhere. Animals that wouldn't normally do because they get frightened or whatever. Do you have any stories about that? About maybe other humane associations or whatever that have reached out to you, or when we've had these homes destroyed and trying to find places for home or for pets? Anything like that come through you guys?
From the flood and everything, we haven't really had very many strays or anything come in, so that's great to hear. But if you ever do have an animal go missing from a storm, a lot of dogs are scared of thunder and lightning and all that. So if you ever do have that, check out the shelter, call, even just come up. If it was my animal, I'd be going crazy. I'd just show up to the shelter. But there are plenty of different ways. You can check out our strays section on our website, which is adoptcharleston.com, and then there's plenty of different websites that we have on our resources that you can also check out for missing animals in general.
All right. Hannah, I will let you go. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hannah Gardner again from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with Indi, our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Indi is 1 year old, not spayed yet, but will be. Very kid-friendly, housebroken, seems to prefer other playful dogs. Got along, as Hannah said, just fine when she was being fostered. She was in a home with 2 other dogs and seemed to do absolutely perfect with that. Walks well on a leash. As I said, housebroken. I mean, this is the ideal dog. If you're looking for a beautiful family dog, little on the larger side, as I said. What was it? Hannah said something like not so much big, but thick. I think that would be an insult if you were talking about a person, but nonetheless, Indi would be a perfect pet for somebody. So I've got the picture, as I always do, posted on my social media. It's Dave Allen Radio, and also on my X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, page. Go take a look at Indi and let's get Indi adopted. Beautiful dog, 1 year old, housebroken, not spayed yet, but will be. Loves other dogs, loves kids, loves to cuddle. Go get Indi. Indi's not going to last very long. We need to get Indi in a home as soon as possible. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you by Fresh Air. They will change those heating and cooling unit air filters for your home, your retail or industrial business, restaurant, church, whatever, and they can build custom filters for you. They offer 24-hour emergency service. Visit freshairfilters.us or call 304-440-1104 for Fresh Air, because everyone deserves fresh air. A couple of texts here before we go to break. Text says, Dave, there seems to be a jump in innocent animals being hit by cars. People, please slow down and keep an eye out. If you do hit one or see one that has been hit, please help them or call someone for help. Good advice indeed. Text says, Dave, that dog sounds like a Heinz 57 to me. Yeah, I always ask Hannah. I always put Hannah on the spot, and I always say, what kind of dog is it? Because people always want to know. I'm not good at guessing dog types, but it's just I don't know, Terrier, Shepherd, Republican, Democrat. I don't know what kind of dog it is. But it's a beautiful dog. So that's the bottom line. Go and adopt Indi. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to spend some time talking about the home show, which begins today over at the Coliseum Convention Center, plus a little bit later on. Springtime is here. We want to put the talk of the storms and whatnot behind us, at least for a little bit. Evan Osborn from Capital Market is going to join us as well. And your phone calls and texts are welcome. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Back after this from the Parmar Store Studio and the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses are small businesses with big impact, including Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness.
For years, West Virginia had the most unfair legal system in the nation. Our state was on the judicial hellhole list 13 times in a row. And even though our legislature has made major improvements in legal reform, Attorney General Patrick Morrisey risks all of our progress. Patrick Morrisey has teamed up with greedy personal injury lawyers to sue local job providers. These lawsuits hurt jobs, increase consumer costs, and even threaten broadband expansion. In one recent case, personal injury law firms were paid $151 million. Our state leaders should be protecting our families, not making lawyers rich. Call Attorney General Patrick Morrisey at 304-558-2021. Please encourage him to support local job providers, not sue them. Paid for by West Virginia Citizens Against Lawsuit Abuse. You can find out more about West Virginia Citizens Against Lawsuit Abuse by visiting our website at westvirginiacala.org. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Our children and families deserve leaders on the Kanawha County Board of Education, and Kate White is a leader that our families can trust. Kate White fights for safer schools for our kids and the best education for our children and teachers in Kanawha County. Kate White is a wife, a mother, and a leader in our community. Kate White understands our families and will deliver a world-class education for all of us. Let's vote for better education and a brighter future in Kanawha County. Let's vote for Kate White for Kanawha County Board of Education. Paid for by the committee to elect Kate White for school board.
9:23 from the Par-Mar Store Studio. Welcome back to the show. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly Hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. In the heart of West Virginia, there exists a profound force that goes beyond the realm of sports, transcending limitations and fostering a sense of belonging. Special Olympics, I'm talking about. It's a remarkable initiative showcased in the latest episode of West Virginia Enriched in collaboration with Huntington. It stands as a testament to the power of determination, unity, and unwavering support. See a video highlighting the Special Olympics at Facebook.com/580WCHS. And the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Bridge Valley. If you're interested in improving your company's IT workforce, you may want to know they offer custom-tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap. At Bridge Valley, you can train for little or no cost with a 50-50 salary match. They also will help supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships for more information. Evan Osborn from Capital Markets is going to join us a little bit later on. Opening day over at the Coliseum and Convention Center for the Home Show. Welford Haynes is with us right now. Good morning, sir. Welcome back.
Good morning, Dave. It's good to be here.
Yeah, the last time you were here was Tuesday morning. We had you on in the first slot, 9:05, 9:07 or so. And then 2 hours later, the whole world came almost crashing down here. So let's try not to let that happen again, all right?
Exactly, yeah.
All right. But how did you guys make out in there? Where were you guys when the storm hit on Tuesday?
We were in the Civic Center just trying to get situated. But overall, we lost power at home, but we made it through.
Okay. Is your power back on?
Yes.
Because we're about, I think the last I heard Carrie say in the morning news this morning, we're at about 90% right now. They had hoped to have it on last night, but sometimes when you have the high winds and stuff, and that's sort of kind of in the business you're in, you gotta be safe when you got the workers out there, man.
Yes, exactly. Well, we got a lot of generator people here at the Coliseum this weekend, so a lot of those guys, they started that booth. And then they had to leave because they had to go out and help some of those folks get their generators going and that sort of thing. So I tip my hat to those guys because it's really been challenging to them.
I always say, you never want to use a tragedy to sell things, but sometimes it does happen when people are without power. They're like, I got to get a generator.
Exactly.
And this, in the big picture of things as far as power outages, I mean, I know in the derecho back in 2012, I didn't even live in Charleston. I was living in southern West Virginia at the time. We were without power, I think, for 8 days. That makes you think, I got to get a generator. And you've got folks, as you said, at the home show that have generators, right?
Yes, I was actually speaking to some of the folks last night from Expect Power, and a lot of our people were out, and some of them are still out just trying to help some of the folks that has generators, get them started back up. So it was really challenging for those folks, but they've done an excellent job. They really have.
Indeed. Again, we're talking to Welford Haynes as we get ready for the home show over at the Coliseum Convention Center. Hours, it actually opens up today at noon and runs till 8 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, 10 till 8. Sunday, 11 till 5. Admission, $10 for that's $10 for adults. Kids 15 and under, though, get in for free. And before we get into anything else, see what we're going to do. We'll get Ryan ready to go in here. I have a couple of pair of tickets to give away to someone if they'd like to go to the show. If you're caller 4 right now at 304-345-5858, 304-345-5858, caller number 4 right now, I will hook you up with a pair of tickets to the home show. Now, these are good for any day that you want to go.
Any day.
If you want to go today, you want to go Saturday, or you want to go Sunday after church or whatever, we got you tickets. Again, the hours are from noon till 8 today, 10 to 8 tomorrow, and Sunday 11 to 5. Caller 4 right now, 304-345-5858, 304-345-5858. Caller 4 right now, we'll hook you up with a pair of free tickets for the home show. Welford, give us some of the rundown of just some of the vendors you've got this year.
So we have Expect Power, as I was saying, their generator company. We have Builder's First Source, which is really nice. They're giving away a kitchen. So that's going to be really, really nice. Ferguson is paired up with GE Appliances. GE is giving away a refrigerator, dishwasher, and a stove. And that's going to be given away the drawing's going to be on Sunday around 4 o'clock. So that's going to be really, really nice.
And that's a full kitchen, right?
Full kitchen, yes. So Builder's First Source, they're giving away this shaker-style white kitchen. Mm-hmm. Complete. No appliances. Then GE is giving away a refrigerator, stove, and a dishwasher.
Okay.
Separate deal. But it's really been really, really nice.
Got everything but the food in there,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Let's talk about some of the other vendors. I mean, because there is something for the entire home there.
Oh, yeah. So landscaping. The landscaping as you come in this year is just really, really nice. They've really gone out and done some really, really nice landscaping. We have the Amish furniture there, which is really, really nice as well. The lawn and gardens, solar energy, which is also very nice and very popular right now with the electric cars and all that sort of thing going on. Got the millwork and doors, interior design folks, the handyman services. So that's also really, really nice going on.
I want to say this. We do have a winner of our tickets, Jerry Waters. So, Jerry, congratulations. He won himself a pair of free tickets for the home show. So he was caller 4. So, Jerry, congratulations. Enjoy your time at the home show.
And, Jerry, not only that, if you go today, at noon, the first 100 gets a free lunch. So, that's another little plus for him.
And listen, Jerry Waters is an old radio guy. So he's an old radio guy. We like free stuff. I was going to mention that. Free lunch today. That's limited to how many people?
100.
100. First 100 people.
The first 100, yes.
All right, so, and it starts at noon today.
Yes.
So get over there about 11:30, 11:45 or so. First 100 people get free lunch. So, Jerry, not only are you going to get free admission, but if you go today, you also get free lunch as well. And
exactly.
Media people, we love free lunch. There's no such thing as a free lunch, but there is. But there is. Again, one of the things, we're talking with Welford Haynes about the home show. One of the things that I think is so great about this is, again, you can go in and you can ask questions, because if you go to one of the larger, big box stores or even smaller stores, sometimes the person working may have a limited knowledge of what, and they do the best they can of the particular product. But it's just an opportunity for you to talk to industry professionals that are there. And you can say, okay, well, I'm thinking about redoing my kitchen. Here's the dimensions. And you can ask questions about it, or the heating and cooling, or the landscaping, or whatever.
Exactly. And they want you to bring your blueprints in, or if you've got ideas on landscaping, or just really about anything. If you come in, sit down, they really are open for a lot of questions this weekend. They really are.
Yeah. And I do want to throw this out there at the Dave Allen Show. Speaking of food, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Hudson's Pizza, where you can get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and a large tossed salad, only $20.99 at your favorite Hudson's location. Talk about the kids' construction area.
Yeah, so 84 Lumber is doing this. This is really nice to bring this back this year. They build birdhouses. I think there's some cars. There's some other things too. But also what 84 Lumber is doing, every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they're giving away $500 per day, which is really, really huge. So 84 Lumber is always partnered with the Home Builder Association and with the Home Show, and they always do a really, really nice job. So that's going to be really, really nice as well.
It's just a registration?
Yes, just
no
a registration. No purchase necessary. No.
Talk about the organization that's putting this on.
So the Home Builder Association, we started back in 1959, And it's really, really nice. One of the things that we do every year is that we have the Henry E. King Scholarship Fund. So we give 2 students $2,000, and they can use it for a trade school or college or whatever. And that's another thing that we do that's really, really nice. The Home Builder Association, if you call in and speak to Donna Crotty over there at the office and you're looking for a builder, or if you're looking for a plumber, we have a list that we'll go through. And the beauty of calling the office is that you know you're going to get a reputable person. You know that person's going to be licensed. You know that person's going to be insured. So when you call, you'll get a good name. The Home Builder Association, we do stand behind the people that we not really choosing for you, but we give you a list of people that you can pick from.
What kind of changes have you seen in the home industry since you've been involved in all this? Because, I mean, it's amazing to me. My wife and I, when we purchased a new home back in 2018, we went and bought new appliances, and that was in 2018. A lot of changes. And I mean, everything in the home now, it can be run off your phone. You know, you got to have your refrigerators playing music and so on and so forth.
Right.
It's amazing. What kind of changes have you seen since you've been in this industry?
Well, you know, I work for Ferguson Enterprise, and we sell plumbing, lighting, HVAC. So in my business itself, it's there's been just a lot of changes just on the HVAC side, just all the different types of gases that you have to use in the systems itself. On the builder side, a lot of times it's just trying to get people, just trying to get helpers to do the job and do the job properly. So that's been some of the biggest changes. Then with the interest rates going up and down, very fluctuating, that's make it somewhat difficult as well. And we don't have a lot of builders in this area. J.D. Strickland is one of our prominent builders in the area, and he does a fantastic job in building, and we have some others as well. But we don't have a lot of construction going on in general. Back several years back, you know, Taze Valley, they was doing a lot of building in Taze Valley area. You don't see that much right now, but overall, I think we're hanging in there.
And we need more homes.
Yes,
I mean, we talked about that the other day.
We
have a desperate need for more homes, not only in the Kanawha Valley, but all over West Virginia. And it's not just what you think of as family homes. We need townhomes. We need more quality apartments and things of that nature.
I agree 100%, yes.
Yeah. All right. So, again, Home Show is going on today. It starts at noon and runs till 8 o'clock. Remember, the first 100 people through the door get free lunch today.
Free lunch.
What are we having for lunch? You have any idea?
I don't know for sure.
It's free. I mean, what difference does it make, right? Tomorrow's hours are from 10 to 8, Sunday from 11 to 5. Admission is $10. Kids 15 and under will get in for free. And you can just check them out on Facebook if you need more information about that. Welford, we'll let you get back over there because they're probably missing you over there, man, because setup is today. So.
I believe so.
But actually, setup's been going on for a while.
Yes, and we are ready. We're ready. We're ready for the people to come in. When the doors open up, we're all excited. And I tell you, there's not going to be a better place to be than to be at the Charleston Coliseum this weekend.
All right, before I let you go, we got a question here for you. You didn't know you're going to have to answer questions, did you? Somebody texted in the question, says, are there handyman-type contractors at the home show to speak to about any task needing done at your home but are unable to do yourself? We need sections of floors replaced in different parts of our home and can't afford to replace entire rooms. Any handyman-type services?
Yes. When you first come in, you have Mr. Handyman. He's right there, right in front of you.
Truth in advertising.
So yes, they're there.
All right, so to the texter, Mr. Handyman is the first person you see when you come in.
Exactly.
And I'm sure there's probably others that'll be there too.
Yes.
So there you go. Yes, there are handy. I guess we should say handy people. Right.
Yes, there's a lot of handy people.
Handy people there at the Coliseum Convention Center. Again, Welford, I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to be here. We'll see you over this weekend, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Hang out with me 1 second. 25 minutes away from 10. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Live Healthy West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. Live Healthy West Virginia tackles pressing health issues like heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, RSV, and more. It's a podcast offering insights into medical breakthroughs and preventative care, featuring WVU Medicine's expert physicians aimed at fostering healthier lifestyles in and beyond West Virginia. It's a valuable resource for all. Discover the latest episodes on WVMetronews.com. Under the podcast menu, start your journey towards better health today. Evan Osborn from Capital Market is on the way next. We're back after this from the Parmar Store Studio on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses bring first-class businesses to your community.
Thanks to the leadership of State Senator Eric Nelson, West Virginia's economy is stronger than ever. State Senator Eric Nelson helped control government spending and then passed the largest tax cut in state history. The Coalition for a Stronger West Virginia would like to thank State Senator Eric Nelson for standing up for our families. West Virginians have more jobs and lower taxes, all due to State Senator Eric Nelson, paid for by the Coalition for a Stronger West Virginia, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Dwayne Duncan is a Republican running for Kanawha County Commission. We know that we can trust Republican Dwayne Duncan to deliver for Kanawha County families. Dwayne Duncan wants lower taxes, more jobs, and will fight the crime problem in Kanawha County. Dwayne Duncan is a Republican and proven job creator. Taxes are too high for Kanawha County. Let's vote to keep more of our hard-earned money. Let's vote for Republican Dwayne Duncan for Kanawha County Commission. Paid for by Dwayne Duncan for Kanawha County Commission. Tori Takubo, Treasurer.
Hey, aren't you that chef that's running for magistrate?
I am the chef that's running for magistrate. I'm incumbent magistrate Gary Sheff, SHEFF. I'm the only chef on the ballot. I'd appreciate your vote and the opportunity to continue to serve Kanawha County as Division 9 magistrate.
This message is paid for by the Committee to Keep Magistrate Gary Sheff, Greg Silverman, Treasurer.
Thank you for your support. I'm Gary Sheff, and I approve this message.
Thrive with 5 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 5%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by a Poca Valley Bank location today or call 844-782-2651. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter. Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield. Subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Poca Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
22 minutes away from 10. Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Ruth Pharmacy text 304-935-500. Let me throw this out there. If you were someone that received storm damage from the storms on Tuesday, we want to hear from you. You can text your pics or videos to us. Text the word news to 35651. It's 35651. Just text the word news, and then you'll receive information as to where to send those pictures and videos. We're kind of compiling them all together. So if you've got some pictures, videos, whatever, just text the word news to 35651, and then you'll get information on how you can submit your videos to us for Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by General Hardware of Winfield and Milton and General Lumber of Winfield. If you're planning a project this spring, please shop locally. They're also hiring. Stop by any location for details. Visit generalhardwarewv.com. Our good buddy Evan Osborn from Capital Market is here. How are you, man?
Fantastic. Love the intro music. Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
Yeah. Little Warren Zevon for the people.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. You know who also did a good version of that song? You're going to think I'm crazy, but a lot of people have covered that song. You know who did a good version of that song? Hank Williams Jr.
I'm going to go listen to it when
Hank Williams Jr. on the Major Moves album, 1985. Did a version, that was the name of the album, Major Moves, 1985. He did a version of Lawyers, Guns, and Money, and it's actually, next to Warren Zevon, probably the second best version of that song.
Okay, all right.
Obscure reference man. Actually, why did you come in here with flowers and cookies? Are we dating now?
I know where my bread's buttered.
He comes through the door and he's got flowers and he's got cookies. Well, I didn't see much of the cookies. Ryan has the cookies right now.
No, as I was leaving the market on my way over, we have two incredible pop-up vendors at the market this morning. Nellie's Cookie Jar, some of the best cookies you will ever
Is that
have.
right, Ryan?
And
Nellie's Cookie Wrapper is what I have now. He's shaking it through the glass at me.
And our good friends out at Given Flower Company, they have just some incredible tulips. So I thought you could take those home to the wife today.
Oh, well, if I take her flowers, she's going to look at me and go, "What did you do?"
See, it's even better. Yeah, you haven't done anything yet. So,
yeah. Well, the week it's Friday.
Maybe you can bank it for a future.
Yeah, but remember, I brought you flowers. She'll say, "No, Evan brought me flowers."
Right.
So, well, I appreciate that very much. Thank
exactly.
you. So, tell us about the flowers and tell us what you got going on.
Yeah,
over there.
so it is, believe it or not, spring. It's been a wild week for us.
Yeah, I was driving yesterday. I was driving to Mason County, and I encountered. On 35, depending on what section of road you were on, it was sunny.
Yep.
Then it was pouring rain. Then it was snowing. Then it was hail at one point, and then it was sunny again. It was like we had everything. I think except for locust yesterday on my drive into Point Pleasant yesterday.
Yeah, so we're in that kind of carryover week where we are technically open and running in the outdoor market. However, I think just most of our growers and producers are waiting for the weather just to clear up a little bit. We're going to be rocking and rolling next week with all of our outside vendors moving in. We've got a bunch of stuff lined up for the spring. It's really one of my favorite times of year. It's, we're shaking off all the winter blues and getting ready to be back outside and be, social again.
There is something, again, about this time of year, when you do. I mean, it looks like next week. I was talking to Brian Hughes the other day, and he was telling me that it looks like next week temperatures are going to be in the 70s, at least sustained. We've seen some of that, and then we saw, as I said, it's snowing.
Yep.
But we're going to get some sustained warmer weather, and it kind of puts you in that mood for the flowers and stuff. And,
absolutely.
And when people come to Charleston, it always amazes me. And you and I have talked about this before. If you have somebody that's traveling into town on business or whatever, if they go to the front desk of their hotel or they ask their friends or coworkers or whatever, where do I need to go? People always say Capital Market. That's always that's always before anything else.
Always puts a smile on my face, and really, truthfully, and then in looking at where we are today and what we've got coming in the next month, there's just going to be some incredibly exciting news coming forward. We are very, very close to announcing our newest tenant, our first new indoor tenant in close to 10 years. I can tell you that it will be food.
Yes.
I can't tell you specifically what kind yet. Mm-hmm. However, having tried quite a bit of it, I can tell you that I think everyone's going to be very happy with what's coming in. Beyond that, we have our first great fundraiser Friday, April 26th, Flowers After Hours. It's going to be an incredible celebration. We've got Hot Jazz at Charleston. We're bringing down Chef Marion Olinger from Mon County to put together just some incredible plates using all of our locally sourced items. It's going to be a fantastic evening. Hope you'll join us.
That's on the 26th?
Yep, Friday, April 26th.
Well, let's go ahead and plan on having you back on at some point between now and then to talk about it. I don't know, is that Friday? Is that too late to talk about it the day of? You want to talk about it the day before? Just reach out to me.
I don't have anything going on that day.
You got people.
Yeah.
You got other people. Let's talk about what goes into getting the flowers. Let's go back to that for a moment. What talks into getting all of these flowers over to Capital Market?
So, most of our growers and producers are at least an hour outside of the actual location of the market. So logistically, this doesn't happen, in just a couple of weeks. So for example, right now, our fern growers that are just incredible at what they do, they're already ordering their inventory for next year. So, somebody like Evans Greenhouse or Grits Farm, this is a year-round production cycle for them. And so not only do you have the time and effort that it takes in cultivating this product to bring to the market, but then, you have to staff it 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they're truly some of the hardest. I mean, everyone that works within the market works harder than I'll ever know how. Mm-hmm. And, but that's where I think we draw a lot of the inspiration. We want to live up to the example that they set. And, it's so rewarding to see, that week, once everything comes in and it's full and it's in bloom and it's full of color, I think that's, I love that the public sees it and they recognizes it and they think that it's pretty, but I also want them to understand all the time and effort and labor that went into bringing that and bringing them so much joy. It's really cool to see.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants, the only accredited commercial lab in the state for asbestos and mold. Asbestos was banned in some building products, but not banned for all products in the U.S. Don't expose your family or workers to asbestos, mold, or lead paint. Get with Pinnacle Consultants. They offer real estate environmental assessments for hazardous materials and air quality. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. Evan and I had an opportunity, thanks to you, to be a judge for the Green Chili Shootout.
You're still
there. Full? Yeah, I'm still full. What a huge success that thing was, man. I mean, the weather was absolutely beautiful. A little cool there. You just had to eat more chili. But a little cool there in the very beginning. But you had that. You had the music with the DJ. You had the wrestling show and everything. What a great event that was, man, a couple of weeks ago. And a charitable event as well.
So we were tremendously fortunate. We lucked out on the weather that day. We had some just absolutely incredible cooks for the competition. I'm so excited that we brought that event back. I thought that the addition of Regatta Pro Wrestling was a nice little way to cap it off there at the end. I will say that we blew our metal folding chair budget for the year out of the water, but I think we'll recover all right.
Yeah, it was a great event. I mean, it really, really was. And I got an opportunity, as I said, to serve as a judge for the, and you had different levels as far as the chili went. You had your local groups, and there were some
from
really
professionals
good chili
to amateurs
and professionals, and the people that were the professionals. Yep. And we kind of, I don't know if we talked about this enough. They won here, or they placed here, whatever. Then they get to move on somewhere else.
They are headed to the World Championships this fall in Myrtle Beach. Yep,
and it was really good stuff. The Eclipse is happening Monday. You guys got anything going on over there for the Eclipse?
Just deals galore.
Well, I didn't know if you were having like an event or anything.
Once in a century savings.
Yes, I thought I didn't know if you guys were going to be out there. They said
we will. We're planning on a couple different things. We've got some actually like swing by the office. I'll have some glasses available for folks that want to check it out. I honestly, for the past couple of weeks, I was aware of it, but I didn't realize how significant it was till my wife said, this is probably the last chance in our lifetime that we're going to have to see something like that.
Yeah, indeed. And I know that a lot of schools are going to be doing different things in conjunction with that. On the show on Monday, I'm going to have Spencer Adkins on from Storm Tracker 13.
Spency, yeah.
Spencer's a little bit busy. I texted him last night, and I said, "Should I come on the show on Friday?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm a little busy right now." And that's because of the whole thing. If you've seen, and not to make light of it, but what we had in Tuesday with the storms here was something else. But if you look at, and we've got pictures posted at WVMetroNews.com, Wheeling Island Stadium is now, the water's up to the goalpost. On the Ohio River. As I mentioned, I was in Mason County yesterday and just seeing how high the water was there. And the section I was in, it really wasn't, quote unquote, that high. The town I refer to as my second home, Marietta, Ohio, it's a mess up there as well. So Spencer was a little bit busy, but he will be on the show to try to explain this whole eclipse thing to us on Monday's show.
I witnessed a first in the years that I've been working at the market. We saw it coming. We were aware. We got everyone inside, but then the pressure just dropped like a light switch, and it was something out of Poltergeist. Like literally, all the doors of the market flew open all at once. Like it was amazing. I think all things being equal, we're just tremendously fortunate.
Did you guys sustain any damage?
Minor damage, nothing that can't be repaired, and hopefully we should have it back to normal. Within the next few weeks. But I'm just tremendously grateful for all of the staff at the market, all of the vendors. We all pitched in, got it cleaned up, and we're back up and running the next day.
Important. It's very important. And again, no one was injured.
Absolutely.
There were some minor injuries reported in other areas, but
That's
no deaths.
Incredible.
It just goes to show you about we're just more weather aware now.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to get the alerts on our phone, and we tell people tune in to local radio, local television.
Well, and I thought they did a really good job. Because we're directly behind the tornado siren for the city alert system, and so we're used to it going off once a month. And then when it didn't turn off, we're like, maybe they're serious this time.
Yeah, and that's that's kind of what happened here. We were all, and I've told the story throughout the week, we were all kind of hunkered in the basement here at 11:11, and when that, we said, okay, well, there's the siren, and as you said, we're used to it being a test. We always tell people that the test is coming, but this was not a test. It
worked exactly the way it should.
It worked exactly the way it should. You're exactly right. All right, before we let you go, where can people learn more about what's going on at Capital Market?
Please check us out at capitalmarket.net. It's going to be your home for all of our vendor information, all of our growers and producers that we're going to have lined up for spring, special events coming up. Like I said, we've got Flowers After Hours on Friday, April 26th. We have a brand new market gift card for the first time that will be able to be used, and that's available now. You can purchase those on our website. You can use them at every single vendor inside and out within the market.
All right. And when are we going to have that announcement about the new establishment coming in?
I'll tell you what, you'll be the first to know.
I'll be the first to know, but it'll be like a couple weeks, month. What are we looking at?
Let's give us a month.
Give us a month, and you'll have that. This is the first new establishment you have
inside in 10 years.
In 10 years.
Yep.
Good stuff. Evan, I appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for the cookies. Thanks for the cookie package you brought me.
Always.
And also, and my wife thanks you for the flowers,
For
too.
sure. Absolutely.
All right, phone calls to the Dave Allen Show service of Biggly Piggly Wiggly. We're shopping at your Biggly Piggly Wiggly. Be sure to join their loyalty program. You can save big at the gas pumps and throughout the store with their electronic coupons and free gifts on Fridays just for stopping by. From farm to table, Biggly Piggly Wiggly, the best kept secret in Charleston. Texting services provided by Fruth Pharmacy, your hometown family pharmacy. Find the perfect over-the-counter hearing aid at Fruth with Nuvomed hearing aids. Plus, Fruth makes it easier to transfer your prescription services to them. Fruth is your hometown family pharmacy. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for shopping locally.
We need real conservatives in the House of Delegates. We need Mark Carter in District 57.
Hi, I am Mark Carter. As a conservative lawyer, I am a strong supporter of life, faith, and the Second Amendment.
Mark Carter was appointed to national offices by both President Donald Trump and President George W. Bush. Let's elect a new conservative Republican to the House.
I am Mark Carter, and I would appreciate your vote for House of Delegates.
Paid for by Mark Carter for West Virginia.
Buckle up. Adventure will never be the same on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Ready, set, go. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to the new Thornhill Toyota for our amazing deals during the Toyota National Sales Event. Just imagine you in a new 2024 Toyota Camry, Corolla, or all-new Crown. Or step up with a Toyota SUV like a new 2024 RAV4 or Highlander Gas, where you can enjoy 3.99% financing for 60 months. So many possibilities. Ready, set, go to the new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville. Click or come by ThornhillToyotaWV.com and let's go places. Must qualify for all offers through Toyota Financial expires April 1st, 2024. Shop Thornhill to get yours.
Ready for a chance to see Foreigner's historic farewell tour featuring Loverboy? It's urgent. Listen to Hotline Tuesday through Friday afternoon from 3 to 6 on 580 WCHS for our Too Easy to Fail contest. First, head to WCHSnetwork.com/farewell to register for your chance. It's simple. Answer 3 quirky questions on air live, and you can win tickets to this hot-blooded concert. It can feel like the first time on September 23rd. Register at WCHSnetwork.com/farewell.
$9.53, Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Fruth Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. You want another way to enjoy your favorite Metro News programs like Talk Line, Sports Line, Three Guys Before the Game, and more. Instead of just listening, you can now watch the Voice of West Virginia. Check out the new WV Metro News TV app. Simply download it. Apple TV, iOS, Android, Roku, Amazon, and more. Download it and get ready to enjoy your favorite Metro News personalities from Carini to Kirchville and more. It's Metro News for your ears and now for your eyes, too. Download the free Metro News TV app and get ready to enjoy. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Let me knock out a couple texts. Your text says, Dave, have you heard anything about Optimum regarding internet outages or cable in the area? No, I have not. I apologize for that. I know that where I live, I've still got service. We were actually without cell phone service for a while. But in the big picture of things, that's certainly a minor inconvenience compared to what everybody else. But no, to answer the texter's question, I have not heard anything about Optimum regarding internet outages or cable in the area. Text says, Dave, the Washington Street Bridge in Charleston is in critical condition. Severe deterioration has occurred. Major steel section loss has occurred, and the rust scale has not been removed to determine the amount of steel remaining. The DOH can spend money on a lot of non-important things, but can't paint a critical bridge, says the texter. Well, the information is now out there. As the cleanup from the storms continue, Kat Skeldon has a story posted at WVMetroNews.com, and it has to do with spoiled food. And I will tell you, it killed my soul after the derecho in 2012. And I didn't even live in Charleston. I lived in southern West Virginia, but we got hit hard there as well. It actually killed my soul to have to throw away all that food and then have to go back to the grocery store and buy it all back. Well, the city of Charleston is helping to try to get rid of that food. There are trucks to collect the ruined food setting up at the North Charleston Rec Center on 7th Avenue and the Kanawha City Rec Center as well. They were there yesterday and will be there today from 3 until 6. Now, if you read Kat's story posted on the website, one Kanawha City resident was throwing away 6 industrial-sized trash bags full of spoiled food. So they are going to be setting up today at those locations, again, from 3 until 6. They're at the North Charleston Rec Center and also at the Kanawha City Rec Center. Trucks are set up there. When in doubt, throw it out, as they say. Take it over there today. And if you can't make it to those rec centers, I got some information earlier. You can actually place it in your regular garbage. That's going to smell good. Or you can bring it to the Kanawha City Rec Center during the first round of the City of Charleston scheduled cleanup. This was already scheduled, and it was tomorrow from 9 to 1. Now, this is the cleanup that was designed for residents of Kanawha City and South Hills. And speaking of cleanups, the first spring cleanup put on by the Kanawha County Planning and Development Office is also happening tomorrow. This one is for residents of Sissonville, and it's tomorrow 8 till 4 at the intersection of Sissonville Drive and Castorf Road. So instead of telling you what they will take, how about I tell you what they won't take tomorrow? I think that might be easier. They can't take gas and propane tanks. They can't take any kind of hazardous waste or paint or chemicals. Also can't take motor oil. But pretty much anything else they can take, for what I understand. And now keep in mind that this is for residents, not for businesses. It's only for residents. And again, this is the first one of a series of these. This one's sponsored by the Kanawha County Planning and Development Office, and this is for residents of Sissonville, and it's tomorrow from 8 till 4 at the intersection of Sissonville Drive and Castorf Road. And I've got information posted about the cleanups, both the one the City of Charleston is doing and that the development office is doing. I've got information on both of those posted on my social media, Dave Allen Radio, and also at Dave A70, the Dave Allen Show on the artist formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan. They are America's largest injury law firm. Text says, Dave, put ice in your washing machine and put your food in it to keep it from going bad. The washer is basically an insulated cooler. All right. Good advice, I suppose. By the way, I will say if you need more information about the cleanups for the Kanawha County Planning and Development Office, just call the Commission 304-357-0570, 304-357-0570. So what to do with the municipal auditorium? There are two options, according to the city and to architects. Jarrett Lewis with a story posted about it at WVMetroNews.com. A special committee meeting was held last night between city council members and members of the Coliseum and Convention Center board. ZMM architects are also involved in this. Now, here are the options, as I understand them. And again, Jarrett's got a story posted about it at WVMetroNews.com. You could fully renovate it for an estimated $25.4 million, or you could tear it down to build a new one for $25.2 million. Now, if they do build a new one, they say that it would be around 50,000 square feet in size. And I saw some chatter online about it last night, both sides going back and forth on this as to what to do with it. It would be a shame because of that architecture of the municipal auditorium to have to tear it down. So I am working on getting someone on the show next week to talk about the status as where we are now on the municipal auditorium. All right, got to go. Thank you so much to Hannah Gardner from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. Go and adopt Indi. Indi's picture posted on my social media pages. Love to get Indi home. Also, thank you to Evan Osborn from Capital Market and the show and the folks from the home show. Again, the home show kicks off today at noon over at the Coliseum and Convention Center. Coming up on Monday, candidate and current magistrate in Kanawha County Leslie Grace is on the show. State auditor and candidate for Attorney General J.B. McCuskey will be on the show, and more on the eclipse on Monday's show. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM 96.5 FM Charleston, 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.